Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nicholas Fernandez. I'm going to talk about the opioid abuse in America. Drugs have always been a problem in America, but lately opioids have been on the rise. 91 Americans die every day from opioid abuse. That equals 33,215 victims a year. Opioid abuse is a difficult drug to control over. On one hand, you have people that take it to heal their pain. Others take it just to get that high satisfaction. Over the next couple minutes, I will talk to you about how opioid affects our society, our mind and body, and what is being done currently and what could also be done in order to control it. I've seen opioids on the news, but I was not aware of it until I started watching a show called Live PD, which they pull over cars or they just follow cops around in real time. 1 out of every 3 cars that they pull over for any specific reason has some type of opioid abuse connected to it. In 1991, 76 million prescriptions were for opioids. By 2013, that number rose for 207 million. The higher number that there is for opioids, the higher chance of it getting abused. Obviously, if you abuse it, you end up in the hospital. Non-medical use of opioid, when taken to the emergency room, it rose from 144,600 in 2004 to 305,900 in 2008. By 2002, coroners were already listing opioid as a cause of death more than heroin or meth. All right. The second point has to do with how it affects our body and mind. When you take it regularly, it releases a type of protein called opioid receptors to the nerve cells on your brain, which makes your brain forget about the pain and focuses more on your relaxed feeling. Problem is, if taken too often, the body starts getting accustomed to always having the drug present, so you don't function as well without it, which is where the withdrawals come in. According to drugabuse.gov, in the United States, 14.4% of pregnant women are prescribed an opioid during their pregnancy. Obviously, that leads to problems to their newborns. From 2000 to 2009, there was an increase of almost 300% in problems with newborns due to this abuse. A property of the opioid drug, when taken over time, includes tolerance. Tolerance, when you take the drug the first time, you feel fine with just a couple doses. When you're taking it regularly, you feel that you need to take higher and higher doses. Kind of like when you drink on the weekend. If you drink every weekend, 10 shots of Jose Cuervo are not going to get you anywhere. You got to do like 20, 30 if you want to forget about anything. Now let's look at what can be done to prevent future opioid abuse. Right now, there's according to the currently, the National Institute of Drug Abuse is researching on new pain relievers that will reduce abuse, and it could do the same effect as an opioid, and you won't have to take it over time. Obviously, over time, you get hooked, and you start abusing the drug. Also, other ways that they're looking into it is if it's the insurance, they're looking at how they could pre-authorize a person to have opioid and how to limit their quantity that they get and over the time that they could get. Scientific research has also established that treating an opioid with another medicine might also work, but they're not really 100% sure on that. To summarize, opioid has really affected all of us in America. We might have one loved one or another that abuses from it, but just know that although they might abuse it, although they might feel that it's the end of the world for them, there's actually help out there that's actually for them. Thank you.